poo time. Take one.
Oh. Final reflection, everybody. Hello, my name's Saba. My name's Jared. So this trimester we did documentary instead of narrative. That's the word. So it wasn't like making, like we don't have actors acting out scenes and everything. We do interviews and we get B-roll of cars driving past because it's a car documentary.
How did the idea come from?
So the idea and everything came from last trimester when someone came in and explained to us what they did for their documentary, and it was braking traction, was it? Yeah, and it was like a drifting documentary, Perth drift scene, people driving their cars, drifting, whatever. And then JJ and Kate thought, oh, let's do that for our documentary, but not the same thing. We'd do public safety and the community around the car culture and car enthusiasts. I did my own idea, like I pitched my own idea, and I didn't get picked, so I got picked to direct public nuisance.
So brief description of the production process. Pre-production.
So in pre-production, one of my concerns was trying to figure out what type of, or what mode of documentary it should be. So like it could have been participatory, it could have been expository. What was it in the end? Participatory? Yeah.
It was just more like a YouTube video.
Yeah, it was a bit more of a YouTube video, but that's all I know how to make, so I guess it works.
Yeah, it's kind of expository, participatory.
Yeah, music idea versus outcome. We had a bunch of music planned, like we wanted to go for more of a funk style, like more undergroundy, because public nuisance is a bunch of hooligans and whatever. I mean, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Some of the tracks, like we had a bit of miscommunication, no communication, but it's fine. It all worked out. We got it in the end, and I think it sounds pretty good, especially that drum and bass track. I'm very happy with how that sounds. Montage. I did want to try and get a montage in there somewhere, whether it's from or just cars at like a meet or whatever. I really wanted to get a nice intro, and Kate and JJ smashed that out. They got the right archival material and everything. Like it's very nice. Meet and get perspectives of the car community. Like I said before, interviews, we got heaps of really good ones. Police perspective and talk about safety. So the original narrative of this was to get a policeman's or police media, whatever the fuck they are, their perspective and an interview with them on it, and just basically get them to talk about safety. No response, so. Anyways, production. Filmmates and the owner. Okay, so we went to a really big car meet, JDM Central, but unfortunately we couldn't get an interview with the owner and the organizer for that meet, which is fine. Get perspective of yellow sticker card. That's one of the main things I wanted to talk about, or get someone's perspective on an interview, because they had a bad experience with police. They got yellow stickered, defected. It worked out really well. Post-production, COVID. I got COVID. Imagine getting COVID in November 2022. That was a very stressful week. We had lots of good plans. Like, it was a very packed week. And then, I think it was a Tuesday, I tested positive and it just went straight out the window. For me, at least. JJ and Cade fucking brought it back. Flashy montage, the funk and drum and bass. We got some of that. I think it works, especially between like transitions and intro and outro. That was the main things that really worked well as a montage.
New insights and experiences for yourself.
Working around interviewees and having backup plans is essential to documentaries, as long as not getting COVID. Yeah, well, ignore the COVID part, we already know about that. Working around interviewees, some people just don't respond, some don't work or talk properly, like they just stare right down the camera barrel and just, yeah, my name, like it's cringe. But we got some really good interviews, and with the police, how they just didn't reply or respond, you know, that's fine.
Well, it did reply, it just sent us in circles.
Yeah, but did they?
Yeah.
The police replied.
Well, didn't you go in? And
Oh, they just gave me a number. I called them. It was a new guy. He told me to email them. I emailed them, no response. One of the main things I wanted to do in this documentary trimester is learn how to properly interview someone, know what questions to ask, when to ask them, see where the conversation is going and steer them in the right direction without like being obvious and annoying and whatever. I personally think I did that really well, or like improved throughout the trimester. You saw in my previous documentary, the participatory one, where I'm asking people if they like loud cars. It wasn't exactly the best interviews, but I think I improved somewhat. I've got a better understanding of how to interview someone now, I guess. Continuing conversation after asking questions gets the best responses and reactions. Like I just said, going with their conversation instead of just like cutting them off and going to the next question worked better for me. Yeah, the way I continued the conversation and then steer them in the right direction got me the best responses. And Doco was for me. We basically just made a YouTube video, but I'm really happy with that. That's what I know how to structure, I guess. Documentaries are fun to make. Interviewing people, getting B-roll, and like it's all really fun in a documentary context.
New knowledge for your field of expertise.
Instead of just sticking to one thing and then pissing off whatever, moving on to the next interview. You gotta really like stick around and try and get to know them a little bit. For example, we went to a car meet. We got heaps of B-roll and it's god tier. I'll put some. You don't have to stick to a schedule or like a very tight schedule. If I was to do this again, I would make like a very broad schedule, like I don't know, 3 hours to do one thing, but in that time I can do like 6 other things that I get there, I find different things I can do and I do that instead or as well. You know what I mean?
Creative experimentation. Did your doco work?
Did our documentary work? I would say so. We haven't released it yet, but we'll see. We'll see how the community responds to it. Archival footage works well as introducing topics and explaining it for us. So in our intro, we used archival footage of like news reports. Hoons, they're tearing up the streets, they're bad. It kind of just explained what our idea and topic was for us.
Analyze and reflect on your product, person, and process. So your product is your final production.
Reflect on our actual like final documentary. I'm very happy with it. I cannot wait to release this and showcase it at the cinema. Like our whole class and team has been really fun to work with. Audio guys were really fun. Music people, like they got us what we needed. I think it all really worked out. I'd say we're all pretty proud to put our names on it. I don't know if JJ and Kate are, but I am. If not, I'll take it. And I'm very proud to show it to the car people in Perth, like the car community. JJ posted the poster on his Instagram and it's already been shared to heaps of people's stories from people in the community, and that's already a good start.
Person, yourself, and your crew.
So for my crew, JJ went above and beyond as per usual. When I got COVID, he pretty much just took over director. So JJ and Kay did the intro and outro without me, unfortunately. I am so pissed I couldn't go to that final meet, and it looked like so much fun and I missed out thanks to COVID. Cade's organization and editing tests. Cade's organization and editing tests. So he set up like different things like to test it out, and if it didn't work then whatever, but if it did, then cool. Yeah, Cade's organization pretty much god tier. Better than whatever I did last try. Like the metadata and all the timelines and everything, I can have a couple screenshots. Great job, JJ. Great job, Cade. Yeah. I'm very happy with how I've learnt to properly interview someone. Like I said before, like just learning how to direct a conversation in the right way for a narrative, keeping it on topic and everything.
What experiences and insights happened during the filming process?
Changing the narrative, cutting the whole police interview part. That I was really hoping to get that, but didn't work. We had to change some stuff. We did a paper edit. I'll put a screenshot up and whatever and show the original like idea. Interviewing Vox Pops, watching time. So yeah, we went to do an interview, and then all of a sudden this meet happened quite like right near us. So we thought, okay, let's do some Vox Pops, and it worked out. We got some really good like insights of people who have got no idea what's going on. And COVID sucks. That's the experience. I've only got 2 more things left.
You got 45 seconds.
Okay, we might need to cut it. Part 2 coming soon. Fucking loud. Anyways,
Did you achieve your goals? What could you not achieve?
my main goal was to be on camera and ask questions and learn how to properly interview someone. Yeah, I really wanted to be on camera for this documentary trimester, whether it's like Channel 6, I don't know their names. Channel 5? Some channel. Be on camera and be funny. It wasn't exactly a funny documentary. It was really fun to film. Like we had lots of laughs, everyone was happy, there was no like dramas or anything that I know of. Was there any at the last meet, any dramas?
Oh, just Hoons driving past us.
That's right. There was some hoons driving past in the big meet, our first shoot. There was a huge meet on this little island. When people were leaving because they were scared of the rain or whatever, they were like hooning in the background. We show that on the documentary.
Final thought.
Final thoughts. Looking forward to making my own docos. Yeah. This trimester has really taught me that documentaries are so much fun to make. You can plan it as you go, or you shouldn't, but you're able to change it easier than you can with narrative. Because with narrative, you have to plan everything from the start, and if you can only make really little changes. But with documentaries, it's more about filming everything and then edit it later. It's all in editing, pretty much. It's fun. I prefer it. Knowing when to play the right cards in an interview. You don't want to piss someone off at the start. Obviously, don't try to piss someone off, but if you're trying to get the right reaction and the right response, know when to do it, because it might ruin their later answers. Yeah, that's it. I've been your host. My name's Cyber. I hope this mic is recording properly. Cut. Where is it? Big red button.